Namaste, I'm Kanika, an Ayurveda physician, and in this video let's talk about Ayurvedic regimen for menstruating women. In Ayurveda, a menstruating woman is called Rajaswala. That means someone who contains Raja or excess blood. The main region for menstruation is the pelvic region, where the expulsion of excess blood happens. And this region is the abort or site of Vata dosha. People who know about Vata dosha, they understand that it is a metabolic pattern that leads to all mobility inside the body. There is a special subtype of Vata dosha which is called Apana Vayu, and this Apana Vayu, it is responsible for all kinds of expulsions in the body, whether it is the exhalation or the expulsion of menstruation blood or expulsion of baby during delivery. It is responsible for all kinds of expulsions in the body, and therefore the entire process of menstruation is dominated by Vata dosha. This is the reason why the majority of menstruation problems are related to Vata dosha. For example, bloating, constipation, stomach ache, cramps, they are all related to Vata dosha. And therefore, if you want to have a smooth menstruation period without any kind of complications, small or big, you must ensure to balance Vata dosha during your menstruation. And there are three pillars of this Rajaswala Charya or regimen for menstruation in Ayurveda. These three pillars are food, ahar, lifestyle or vihar, and brahmacharya or the conduct of mind. Let us look at what is the perfect food for a menstruating woman. Ayurveda recommends that a menstruating woman should avoid hot, oily, very heavy food, because when you are menstruating, your digestive system is weak, it is not very strong. So if you have a lot of heavy, oily, spicy food, then it will burden your digestive system, release a lot of toxins. At the same time, hot, spicy food will heat up your system. You see, this excess heat will cause the blood vessels to expand all over the body. Expanded blood vessels, they release the heat through sweating. But at the same time, these expanded blood vessels will lead to excessive bleeding also. That is why, Ayurveda advises Vata balancing food like light khichdi with warm herbs like ginger, garlic, clove, and many more. But you must avoid hot herbs like red chili. Again, why? Because red chili causes excessive heat inside the body. And when there is excessive heat, it will lead to excessive bleeding, which we do not want. That's why following food recommendation helps you to have a smooth period. Also, when you have light food like khichdi with warm herbs, it helps to balance Vata dosha and relieve multiple Vata symptoms like bloating, cramping, stomach ache, and even mood swings. Another pillar for Ayurvedic menstruation regimen is vihara or lifestyle. Ayurveda recommends that a menstruating woman should not engage in yoga or strenuous exercises like weightlifting, kickboxing or something like this. Why? Because at this time, your entire abdomen, your pelvic region is, very in a very delicate situation because of bleeding and everything. So if you engage in very strenuous exercises at this time, or if you're lifting heavy weight while menstruation, so this may lead to disorders like excessive bleeding, painful bleeding, or even uterine prolapse. This is the reason why Ayurveda recommends rest during the time of menstruation. But at the same time, you must not sleep during the day, because when you sleep during the day, it reduces the overall body heat. And Vata dosha is a cool metabolic pattern when there is excess coolness inside the body, it leads to Vata imbalance. Therefore, if you sleep during the daytime, it may, trigger multiple Vata disorders like bloating, again stomachache, cramping. So avoid sleeping during the day while you're menstruating. Ayurveda also prohibits head bath for menstruating women. Why is that so? Because you see, as we discussed earlier, Apana Vayu is active during this phase, and Apana Vayu helps to expel not only the menstruation blood, but it helps to expel excess sweat, excess moisture, everything throughout the body. The pores on the skin also become open at this time, and if you are doing a bath, it will lead to a sudden temperature change, which might again lead to Vata imbalance in the body. For the same reason, Ayurveda also prohibits use of skin creams, lotions, or any kind of cosmetics during menstruation, because all these pores are open. If you apply these skin creams, lotions, and cosmetics or any such stuff, it might lead to clogging of these skin pores and to multiple disorders, especially acne. These are some of the Ayurvedic recommendations for menstruating women. There are many more. However, it is important to understand that these recommendations are not meant to restrict the social activity or any kind of freedom for women. You see, the most important freedom is health, and therefore choose these recommendations to ensure your freedom through a perfect health. Namaste, and thank you for watching.